Okay guys, this video is going to be to review our order of operations. The first thing is this saying right here, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Most of you have probably heard this before, but that's a way to remember your order of operations. So the P stands for parentheses, E stands for exponents, M and D stand for multiply and divide, and then A and S stand for add and subtract. So in this order, whenever you see a line of an expression, this is the order that you're supposed to do your operations. Your parentheses is first, exponents are next. Multiplying and dividing actually happen at the same time. They it just depends on whichever one's written first. So for these, you multiply and you divide in order from left to right. Okay, and then adding and subtracting happen last, and again, they happen at the same time. You just do them in order from left to right. The way you read from left to right. Okay, so let's look at some examples so that you can understand what all this stuff means. Okay, so example 1. Say you have 20 plus 20 divided by 4. Now, if you were just doing this problem the way that it's written from left to right, it would actually give you the incorrect answer. So what you want to do, according to this first, the only two operations I have are addition and division. Now, according to this, division happens before addition. So the first thing you would do is you would do 20 divided by 4. 20 divided by 4 would give you 5. We didn't do anything with this, so we're going to bring down our plus and our 20. And then now 20 plus 5 gives you 25. Okay, and that would be the correct answer. If you were to do it the order that it's written, you would do 20 plus 20, which gives you 40. 40 divided by 4, which gives you 10, and that is not the correct answer. If you type this in your calculators, the ones that I gave you, just type it in just like it looks, it will give you 25. Alright, look at this next one. We've got 5 minus 9 divided by 3. Again, the only two things that are happening are minus and division. According to our order of operations, division happens first. 9 divided by 3 gives you 3. And then bring down your 5 and your minus sign. 5 minus 3 should give you 2. Alright, on example 3, we've got multiplication and addition. Multiplication happens first, so I'm going to do 4 times 2, which is 8. And then now I'll add that to 6, which is 14. Alright, on example 4, here we've got 12 divided by 4 plus 1 times 5. In this case, we have division, addition, and multiplication. Now technically, division and multiplication can happen at the same time. And I would do them at the same time, especially since there's this plus sign breaking them up. You can do this one and this one at the same time. And I would just do the left one first. 12 divided by 4 gives me 3. 1 times 5 gives me 5. And then now I'm going to bring down my addition. 3 plus 5 gives me 8. Now on example 5, I have multiplication, division, and subtraction. Now on this one, we can't do these at the same time because they share the 2. Instead, you're going to do what's left first. 10 times 2 gives me 20. And then now you would do division. 20 divided by 4 gives me 5. And then lastly, you would do subtraction. 5 minus 1 gives you 4. Okay, example 6. This is the first one that I have parentheses in. So out of everything, no matter what's happening, parentheses happens first. So even though this is addition, because it is in parentheses, it happens first. 17 plus 3 gives me 20. And then now bring down everything else. Now we have addition and division. Division comes first. 20 divided by 10 is 2. And then now we can add 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay, example 7. Again, we have parentheses, so no matter what, that happens first. And in here we have 44 divided by 11, which is 4. We no longer need the parentheses, so we're going to bring down our 5 and our minus and our times 3. Here we have minus and multiplication. Multiplication happens first. I said minus. We have subtraction and multiplication. Multiplication's first. 4 times 3 is 12. And then now bring those down. 5 minus 12 is negative 7. Okay, got a couple more for you. A little bit harder. On example 8, parentheses is first. I'm going to write my letters up here. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So out of all of this, parentheses is first. 10 minus 7 is 3. And then I'm going to bring down everything else. Now we have multiplication and addition. Multiplication happens first, 9. And then now 9 plus 8 is 17. All right, example 9, we've got a little bit involved here. So first thing we want to do is we want to focus on our parentheses. Inside the parentheses, I have an exponent and I have subtraction. And we know according to this, exponents happen before subtraction. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take care of that exponent. 5 squared is 25. And then I'm going to bring down everything else that I haven't done yet. Still, I have some stuff in parentheses that I need to take care of. Parentheses happens before addition and multiplication. So 25 minus 3 is 22. Now that I've combined those, I have no need for my parentheses anymore, so I'm going to bring down everything else. Now addition and multiplication, we know multiplication happens first. 22 times 6 is 132, which I'm then going to add to 12, and that gives me 144. Alright, on this one I have an exponent, subtraction, and another exponent. We know that exponents happen first. Technically you can do this exponent and this exponent at the same time, or this one first because it's left. 4 squared. Remember, an exponent means that number times itself, so 4 times itself. 4 squared is 16. And then 2 to the third power means 2 times itself 3 times. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. And then now I can subtract those. 16 minus 8 is 8. Alright, and then the last one for now. We've got 2 sets of parentheses. So it doesn't matter if you do all of this or all of this first. Technically, you're supposed to do the ones on the left side. So I'm just going to look here. Inside this parentheses, I have subtraction and multiplication. What happens first? Subtraction or multiplication? Multiplication. So 5 times 2 is 10. And then 10 minus 10 is 0. I'm going to go ahead and bring this down. Over here, we have subtraction and exponent. We know exponents happen first. 2 squared is 4. And then now I have 8 minus 4, which is 4. And then I brought this one down. 0 plus 4 is 4. Alright, so that's just a quick review. We're going to do some more order of operation problems, and we're going to get a little bit harder as we go. But that should get us through this first assignment. If you guys have any questions, y'all know how to get a hold of me. Email me, message me on Canvas, whatever you got to do.